SO Library. My name is Nicole and today I'm here to bring you a reformer workout content really targeting on glute activation and how to grow those glutes, okay? So the important thing is really learning how to hinge from that pelvis and how to engage those glute muscles to help tone and create that nice glute lift. Let's get started, shall we? We're going to be standing on your side of the reformer, but before I stand up, let's talk about springs. Now, your easier option will be a yellow spring, building up to your harder option will be a green spring. Let's get started. We're going to stand facing the risers on the side of the machine, and I want you to step forward just that a little bit, and make sure your feet and knees are hip-width distance apart. Reach in front of you first and grab your straps. Short straps will be the harder option, long strap will be your easier option. Look behind you and really think about carefully placing the inside leg on the side of the foot bar. Now from here, it's really important not to lean over to your standing leg and really think about coming to your center. So really think about putting that weight and sitting that weight back and put your weight into that inside feet, leaning into that foot bar. Right hand finds your waist, so your outside hand finds your waist. We're going to take a deep breath in here. We're going to breathe out. Keep your arm long. You're just going to sit your bum back. Bend that knee, come into a slight 90-degree angle. Breathe out. Dig through the floor heel and the heel on the foot bar. Propel your glutes forward. Come up standing. So really think about sinking your glute back and down. Don't go forward. Go back. And almost think about leaning the weight into that foot bar. Breathing out, driving yourself up. Think about pelvis going forward. Let's go and sink down and back, almost like you're trying to sit back onto that foot bar, and then breathing out, come up. You're here. Just a warm up here. We're gonna go for 5. Really think about controlling that movement and think about sitting your tailbone back onto a chair, back onto that foot bar, breathing out, driving yourself up and nice and tall. Making sure your knees don't cave inwards, making sure, watch those knees, the knees are tracking in front, and then breathing out, pushing out. Now, a common mistake is to leave the inside leg and really focusing on that outside leg. I want you to really think about both. Think about pushing yourself up by thinking about digging up against that floor heel, and then thinking about digging against that foot bar feet. Your last one, we're going to sink down, and I want you to hold it there. Breathe out, pull. Once you're holding that roll, you're going to straighten up tall and then release. Let's go. Sit down, pull. Keep that pull straighten up and then release. Well done, team. Pop that weight into that foot bar leg. Really important. Squeeze and lift. Straighten up. You're here, sitting back and down, pulling that roll, holding that roll as you straighten up, and then releasing the roll. You're here for your final 3. Pulling it back, squeezing that glute, come up, release, and let's go to sit, roll. Keep the roll, squeeze your upper arms to the side, extend, straighten up. Your last one, sit down, you're gonna hold it there. Now let's go pull, release. Keep sitting down to your squats. Really think about sticking that glutes out, keeping your neutral spine. Sit that weight back onto the foot bar. You're here. 4. Really feeling that glutes burning. You're here. 3 and 2. Really think about folding the weight through that pants line. So your weight is stretched out through that glute instead, through those thighs. Your last one, pull it back and you're going to hold it there. Let's go pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into standing. Really pat out that glute, and we're going to place your strap back. From here, we're going to come into kneeling on your carriage. Sitting down on this heel first, we're going to grab your straps, okay? So if you want more tension, cross your straps, and then we're going to hold on to the knots for more tension. Really think about sitting, feet and knees hip-width distance apart, straps on the outside of your carriage. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, knees up against the shoulder rest. We're going to come up into high kneeling and then roll your arms back. Breathing in, sit your bum back down, and then breathing out, squeeze those glutes, come up, extend those arms. Making sure you control that movement through that glute. Think about digging your knees down, squeeze your glutes, come up tall, posture nice and strong. Breathe in, come back. Well done. Let's go digging, pull, return. You're here. Let's go for 5. Squeeze. Yes. Really think about slowing this movement down and don't just think about standing up. Think about squeezing the glutes and propelling that hips forward, lengthening the front of your thighs to come up and then breathing in, come back. Combining the movement with your lat pull to engage through that posterior chain where your lats connect down towards your glute muscles. Breathe in, come back. Sit slow. We are here controlling through your movement. Breathing in slow to return. You're here 2. Good. Come up tall and then breathe in. Sink back. Keep your wrist and arm long. Your last one, squeeze your glutes. Come up tall. We're going to hold here. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Releasing down, uncrossing through your straps. And then we're going to hop off to the other side of the reformer to do your other glute here. Okay? When you're ready, very carefully step off. All right, team, coming to the other side of your carriage, grab your straps. Feet and knees hip width distance apart. You're going to place your inside feet up against the foot bar. Remember to sink that weight into that foot bar, okay? Try not to lean away and really think about finding the center. Arm long, we're going to take a breath in. You're going to sit down into that foot bar. Breathe out, push through both heels to come up. Really important. So don't forget about your inside leg. We're going to sink down. We're going to breathe out, dig and pull. Really think about that sit back from that tailbone. Really think about glute max stretching out on your stable leg. So you want to think about that glute max really stretching out and lengthening and sitting back without rounding your spine to create that maximum activation through that glutes where it's most powerful. You're here, digging through this heel, come up. Making sure your feet's not gripping on that foot bar or on the floor. Just your warm up here. Your last 2. Sit. Push up 2. Your last one, everyone, sit and hold. Remember, breathe out now, roll. Hold your roll, come up tall, and then release. Okay, let's go again. Sit, roll, come up tall, release. I know you're feeling your glutes now. You're doing well. Think about just how strong you're going to feel after this. Really think about embracing that burn in that glute because then you know you're actually really engaging that muscle well and you're not dumping into the knee, you're not dumping into the feet. All right, really think about embracing that feeling through that glute of the glute muscle working so you know you're actually activating that muscle well. Making sure those knees are tracking well, those knees are not caving in or caving out. Your final 3. Sit, pull, push yourself forward, lengthen. Your final 2. Sit, put that weight into that foot bar leg, roll, straighten up. Your final one, are you ready? Let's go sit down, you're gonna hold it there. Just 5 rows here for me. Let's go, breathe, sit back further into that glute. Make sure you don't round that spine. 3, and 2, 1, pull, hold, pulse to that glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way up. Well done, team. Putting your long strap back. All right, your final move for this workout, we're going to be standing inside our well, feet and knees hip width distance apart. You're going to make sure your hands will be nice and comfortable on the shoulder rest. Now, really important, really think about sticking that bum out. Don't be worried to overarch your back. It's really hard for that to happen in this position, especially if your hamstrings like to be a little bit tight. Really think about finding it as neutral as you can by sticking the tailbone away. Bend those knees. We're going to sit down and away into your squat. Breathe out, dig through your heels, come up, propel yourself forward, and then we're going to go again. Now, you're going to feel this right at the bottom of that glute here as it connects towards your hamstrings. So we're going to really work on that hamstrings and that glute connection to help you get that lift through that bottom of that glute. Think about that spine staying nice and long. Don't round your back. And really think about not putting weight into your hands. You're just holding on here as we layer onto your next one. Let's go here. 4, 6. Really think about digging through the heels. Watch your toes. Make sure they're not gripping the floor. Sit down and back. Shift your weight down as far as you can. And then squeeze your glutes, push up. You're here, your final 3, pushing yourself up for me. Good. Making sure those knees don't cave in or out. You're not going to feel much happening in those quads. I want you to focus on that hamstring and that glute. If you're feeling it in your quads, go back and down even further. And then digging through, come on. Your final 2. Before we layer on, team, you're doing well. Okay, last one. Can we sit down and you're going to hold it there? Remember, sit down and back. Don't be here, be here. Pull your shoulder blades back. Wrap your hands around the side. We're going to work on some rows. Squeeze your shoulder blades back, engaging your back muscles and engaging your glute muscles. Your back and glute muscles are next door neighbors. So if your back muscles is nice and activating and firing, so will your glutes. You're here, pushing those thighs out. 4, 6. And 5. Lengthen the back of your neck, tuck your chin. We go 4, breathing out, breathing in, release. You're here. 2. Okay, team, let's go. Last one. Pull in. You're going to hold it there. Now, little pulses. Pulse back and away from your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Stretch yourself forward. And then wrap your hands forward. Sink your bum back. Getting a nice stretch in those hamstrings and your back. When you're ready, slowly pulling yourself back up. Well done, team. That was your reformer Pilates workout to help you activate those glutes and grow those glutes. It's all about technique. So if you really think about the technique and that controlled movement and really think about how you're going to move, then you should be able to feel those glutes firing. All right, like and subscribe and share this video if you enjoy it, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye.